Boom. What I wanted to come up here and talk about today, y'all, is the why. The why we do things, the why we go out our way to sacrifice, to take the time and invest in these things that we deem important. And I wanted to talk about the why because why do we do these things? For what do you want to change for? For what do you want to make different? For what would you like to, vice, you know what I'm saying, etc. And for why would you like to do it? I feel like understanding the reason why you need to get yourself out of a current position and really finding that reason can help out a lot. Just because I'm not gonna lie, when you really think about the deeper reasoning of things and why you need to separate yourself from things, why you need to gravitate towards certain things, it'll really tell you everything you need to know the more you think about it, because is this going to propel me in the direction that I need it to propel me? And that's the simplest question that you can really ask. Because when you ask yourself that question, you already know the answer. You know it, regardless, without even asking yourself. I feel like everybody inherently knows at the point in time if they're doing something that's bullshit. You know, if this task isn't as important as it is, if this thing that I'm doing right now isn't what's gonna help me grow. I feel like we all kind of have an inherent feeling about that. Like, oh, you know what, I'm just doing this just to do something type of thing. And I'm not saying every step has to be progressive, though what I'm saying is you kind of got to see why you want to move out your situation now. Why would you like to change it up? Why? What's making you feel that way? What's making you feel so uncomfortable now that you feel like, no, I can't do this no more. This isn't what I want. And I'm not gonna lie, the simple fact. Oh, okay. It was on door. I was so confused, bro, because it was on in the back, and I'm like, my nigga, I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't turn the light on, but the light was automatically on. Like, if the door's open, the light's gonna be on. So I'm like, bro, you wasting my battery juice. Come on now. Though, what's it called? That's what I really believe, bro. Finding out that why you want to move from this position, why we need to move from this position, XYZ is probably one of the best things that you can really do for yourself in this current time, because it'll really help you grasp on, okay, this is making me feel uncomfortable, and because this is making me feel uncomfortable, I need to move in a position that's, okay, different, right? I don't like how I'm living. I don't like how I'm eating. I don't like how I'm sleeping. I don't like the person who I'm becoming. You know, so these things. I don't like the people who I'm hanging around. Shit like that too, bro. Because most definitely, it can play a part on your mental. It can play a part on your why. Why do I want to get better? Because I understand that, you know what, these people aren't the best for me. Why do I want to be better? Because I understand, shit, my current habits and my current scenario isn't where I would like to be. It's not where I would like to end up. And so it's just little shit like that. I really feel like understanding why you want to get from there and why you want to get there, right? Just because it really helps you understand your thought process about it. And that's what's most important. Why do you want to? You know, I mean, I feel like a lot of people will take the perspective of others and be like, well, I want to do this because XYZ, like my mama wanted me to do it. And I'm not gonna lie, that's like a part of the problem that I had too, if you want me to be so real with y'all. Because like at a certain point, I was doing things because, oh, why are you doing it? Oh yeah, my mama suggested it, you know, not because I wanted to, but because somebody else wanted me to. And so that's the thing for me. Like, you have to want to do things. You have to want to, you know, try new shit. You gotta want to be interested in it. Because if you don't want to be interested in it, you're not going to be. And that's just as simply as what it is. Because people can give you suggestions, people can, you know what, try to point you in the right direction, but if it's not what you want for yourself, you're not gonna have it. You're not gonna have it if that's not what you want for yourself. So, like, that's what I'm saying, like, you really gotta understand you at the end of the day. I feel like because you're the only person who's going to be suffering the consequences of the lack or the more emotion that you put into your life. You're the only one who's going to be suffering through the consequences, and that's just it. So you really got to think about it. Like, what do I want for me? What do I want for my longevity? What do I want for the things that I hold close and dear to my soul, heart, and chest and vibrations? You know what I'm saying? Why do I hold these things so close? Why are these things so important to me? And as a person, understanding your why, where you come from, you know what I'm saying, your standard that you have for yourself, the standard that you have for things around you, it'll really elevate you in a certain way where you won't be accepting bullshit, because you'll understand why. You'll understand why you want to get there. Hold on, yo. Oh, dang. And yeah, my bad. Before the cut, understanding why you want to do these certain things and why you want this for yourself, like I was saying, I feel like that's what's most important, because then when you get distracted, we all get distracted as people, bro. We all get distracted as human beings. It is what it is, yo. Because one thing for sure, and two things is for certain, not three, two, that I had to understand: when you're going out your way to build something for yourself, it's going to be easier to start it than it is to finish that bitch. And so the whole thing is about that. You have to follow through. You gotta follow through, and that's the thing, because like I said, it's so easy to start it. It's so easy to start it, especially, hey bro, you got a brand, you got a channel as well, you got something that you're working on. You'll understand that, like, when you're doing it, it'll be cool, it'll be all fun and games, but there'll be moments of drought, there'll be moments of time that, you know what, you're doubting yourself, you're not believing in what you're doing as much anymore, just because you're not seeing that instant gratification that we're so goddamn used to all the goddamn time. And I said God. Yeah, I said God, not God. Okay, I'm just making sure. But it's just like, if we're so used to that, if we're so used to having, understanding your why is going to help you more than just what your motivation is. Just because when you understand your why, bro, it'll really help you keep maintaining your focus. Not giving you motivation, not giving you none of that shit. Just because motivation is emotional. Motivation is an emotion. You know what I mean? You feel motivational. You feel inspired, right? But that doesn't mean you are all the time. And so in the times that you're not inspired, in the times that, you know what, the shit's in a drought, understanding your why can help you maintain and help you back focus on what the task is at hand, because we all human at the end of the day. And shit, I might think I got ADHD some days, so I understand sometimes it's hard to focus on what we have our sights set on. And it is, bruh, I'll tell y'all, it is for certain. If you have a brand, if you working on something, bro, along with a brother or along with a player, you'll understand that, bro, it is so easy to start something and not finish it. It's so easy to start something and not finish it. Just because it's like, well, damn, we at 50%. At least I did something. Though the thing is, it's like you gotta follow through, yo. You gotta hit that. You gotta extend. You know what I'm saying? Because what's the point of finishing 50%? So what the fuck? You just gonna get halfway, then you through? You don't want to finish what you started, yo. And that's what I'm saying, like, because it's hard. It's way easier said than done when you're like, oh yeah, I want to start this, I want to do this. But when you're in there and you really understand that it's not going to be as easy as it was when you first started. You're not going to have that same fire when you first started some days, just because of the simple fact that if we're not getting that instant gratification that we're so used to as people, that we'll feel demotivated. Like, real shit. And that's just real shit. We'll feel demotivated if we're not getting, you know what, oh damn, I didn't reach that number by the time we thought we should have reached that number. We'll get demotivated. And that's just what it is people, just because we're just used to having gratification all the time, being able to go on our phone and get what we want instantly. And so it kind of translates itself in a way of, well, damn, if I'm not getting what I want right now, what do I do? Do I wait? Do I keep going? Like, what do I do? Because there's no point and just sitting there and postponing everything